So I'm going to document the changing of my battery. So you would think that this would be an easy thing, right? So you pop the hood and the battery's right there. Well, not in a Dodge Durango. Gonna show you where that is in just a second. So just where is that battery, Dustin? Funny you should ask me that. So it's back under here. Whoops. Bunch of stuff underneath here. I'll have to clean that out to get to it. Okay. Probably a good time to like get some of the McTrash out of here. Although I don't shop at McDonald's. So they see the plastic piece right there with a cord over it? It's under that. So I'm gonna have to pull these little guys right here and unscrew the seat to get underneath there. Fun times. Okay, so I already popped that guy out. I'm gonna go over here and pop this guy out too. Real easy like. There it is. So those take a 15-inch socket. So
that may be beyond my abilities at the moment.
It may be beyond mine too. We'll see in just a second. So once you get the bolt broken over, it's fairly easy to get out of there. I'm just doing it all by hand right now. And it's coming out fairly easy. Like I can just get the rest of it with my fingers now. There's one bolt. And if you look down in here, sometimes you find money. Okay, here comes bolt number 2. We'll go ahead and get that guy in there. Where are we? Oh boy. See, and these are the fun parts about mechanicking, is like when you're not really a mechanic. So let's get on that guy right there. And then, like I said, once you break it over, which, whoops, once you break it over, it comes out there fairly easily. But I gotta get it on there, so hang tight. So I took the extension off to break it over because, like I said, I'm just kind of I'm a novice mechanic at best. And you know, honestly, I probably could have scooted the seat up a hair, which is what I'll do. That'll probably help this process out a little bit. That way I can get that straight down on there. So, note to self, scoot the seat up a hair when you're doing the back bolts. Yeah, look at that. That's quite easy. So now I can just, and if we need to, we can hook in the old Is it still in there? Yeah, it's in there kind of good. This one's just a little bit more of a pain in the butt. Could just be the threading on it, which is fine. Oh, there we go. Now it's getting a little bit easier. Yeah, so all this nasty mud in here. So I was being a good Samaritan back during the winter. Some guy stopped me at the gas station. He said he was broke down and he had gotten a ride from the sheriff over to IB's and just needed a ride closer into town so that he could get an Uber to pick him up to take him home. I was like, dang, it was like him and his wife. So I went ahead and like a good guy and picked them up and took them down to Uptown so they were in range of this Uber so they could get picked up. There we go. And I'm already dripping sweat, so that's great. On to the front ones. So here we are on the front. These are slightly angled. Okay. Now we got that loose. Here we go. Oh man, that had thread locker on it. There you go. You know, no, it's not going to come unbolted, I guess. Okay, on to the next. Don't want to see my Bahama Bucks receipt anyway. Whoops. Helps if you don't round those off right. Yeah, probably I'm going to do this. All right. It'd probably be easier if I do it this way. So I can, there we go. Oops, that's the wrong way. And since we got that one was easy too. Okay, so I watched a video on a guy doing this, and he was basically like, you just gotta tilt the seat back at this point. So that's what we're gonna do. So here it goes. All right, that's my sweat towel. Don't mind that. And poof, there we go. Look underneath here, man. Oh, hey, dude, I was so looking for this. It's like a treasure trove. This guy has saved my butt so many times and I couldn't find it. Yay, score. Dude, look at all the change down here. Oh my gosh. It's like a small fortune. All right. Clean that out. On to the next. All right, so got most of that cleaned out, which is fine. I'm gonna pull that. See, it's like like a couple dollars worth of change. So basically, from what I've been told and what I've watched, is you grab this lip back here and oh, there's some change. Pull forward. Poof, voila. Felt the give. Then you kind of work on getting that undid. And poof, looky there. There, friends, is our battery. So the battery is in here, and then it's also got, if you see down there, there's a little stopper that keeps it in, and there's some more change. So I'm going to work on a couple things and be right back with you. Okay, so on this part, you just gotta loosen these little guys to loosen up your clamps, and they should loosen up fairly easily. Just long enough to be able to get them to let go. And let's see here. So I've dropped a bead of sweat on there, so that's probably why my camera isn't focusing really good. But all right, that should be good. So there's that back plate. Got it out. It's not back there anymore. Gonna pull the pole or the cables off real quick, and then I'll pull the battery out. Easy enough. So on the new battery, I've charged it all the way up to 100% before putting it in there. So just kind of wanted to let you guys know that before I go slap it in there. Okay, so what I did here was got the terminal back on. So I put the corrosion pads down, lubed the post with some of the lubricant that I bought from the battery installation kit. Did it on the negative terminal as well. Haven't connected that yet. Going to get that locked down and screwed down on both of those. Slide the battery forward and then install that guy back again. Okay, got it all locked in there. Just got to put the vent tube back in, which it just slides into the side. And then we'll vacuum out and put this back on, vacuum it out, and put the seat back on. All right, here we go. So I was pretty much able to hand start these bolts pretty much all the way down. Just gonna torque them up. Oop. Catching on stuff. Well, I guess I can go down a little further. There we go. All right. So there's that. We'll just pop these little caps back in. Whoops. Easy enough. And then we'll do this one right here. And we'll go to the back. Oh, before we go to the back, we gotta slide the seat forward. And I'll say, this battery was probably about 6 years old that I took out of here. And it was causing all kinds of fun for us. Pretty sure it was making the engine hesitate and all kinds of fun stuff there as well. But now, problem solved, boys and girls. But yeah, I mean, all in all, had it not been, 103 today, this would have been way easy to do. I mean, they won't do it for you at like an AutoZone or someplace like that because, they have to disconnect your seat and all those fun things. But it really wasn't too terrible to do. Like these bolts are just like butter going back in here. Like I'm just gonna have to, just like on the front ones, just torque them up. There's that one. Of course I say that. There we go. Now we can put those back down. Put that back down. And man, we are good to go. Got the battery in. Gonna turn it over. See what it sounds like. Okay, here it comes. Moment of truth. So far, so good. Sounds good. Check engine light's gone. All right, here comes the real test. Turn on the AC. Blowing good. Engine's sounding like it's supposed to. I can't complain. Well, there you go. Changing the battery. And, I only got a little bit sweaty, which was crazy. But it is what it is. Thank you for joining me.